ICDD is an acronym for International Center for Diffraction Data. So it's a company, I think it's based in the US, and normally they do diffraction studies. So with engineering, whenever you produce something, you characterize the material. So they basically have a lot of diffraction studies to characterize the material. So the company deals with such stuff. So, I mean, the ICDD was an award, a student grant that was granted to the top students. So we were two. One was from, he was called, I can't remember his name exactly, but I know he was from somewhere in Cote d'Ivoire, and I myself. So it was basically to award the best project that they received, I mean, as part of the abstracts. So with that, we have the facility to be able to use at our disposal, and we are exposed to a lot of grants that are being advertised by ICDD all the time. One of the main challenge I faced was getting the materials to be able to do the project. So this was my undergraduate project, as I mentioned earlier on, and it was an European funded project that was being done on local basis. So getting the oils from the neem oils, trying to find the neem oil seeds to be able to extract, trying to go to the unis, the senior high schools to be able to get foods and extract the oils from them. It was quite difficult. And I said earlier that I was trying to find the material to be able to convert that oil to fuel as well. So the material that was being used is very sciencey, but I'll just leave it. We're trying to obtain it from very cheap sources as well, whilst maintaining a very high quality. So that one as well was a lot of problem trying to modify the material to suit our local needs. So I'll highly still recommend Dr. Kwame Nifavi. That man has been extra marvelous, has been extra amazing. So he was able to get me, enroll me, highly recommend me for the African Liver Home Award. And that project also helped me to be able to go to the UK to be able to do the project. So those places have their characterization methods. So with the fuel I was doing, I was supposed to find that it meets international standards. So I was able to go there. They have a lot of equipment that I could use and use them to characterize the material, use them to characterize the fuel to be able to meet international standards. So yeah, basically, challenge was getting the material here on local basis and getting the full sources as well. Yeah.
And how long did it take? How long did the research take?
So I'm still on the research, and it's been 3 years. And that's one thing international bodies do. They don't just end projects. They don't want projects to be on shelves. They want the projects to affect the lives of people. So they don't mind continually rolling over the projects over years just to be able to reach our end resource. So I'll just mention that I worked with the European Bioenergy Research Institute in the Aston University, UK, and they did marvelously well. They did very well as well. Yeah. There's been a lot of energy crisis that we are having, and some years, 10 to 20 years to come, there'll be a lot of pressure on the fuel basis, the crude oil that is being produced. So we need to find alternative energy resources that do not finish, that can be continually replaced over and over again. And that is what my project is about. The UK is highly using this energy resource for their cars. Some cars are being powered using this energy resource and taking pressure off the normal fuel sources that we know that we can't even now get because it's diminishing, it's depleting. So if this project, should further go on and it wouldn't end up on a shelf, if there are a lot of companies in Ghana that are doing this biofuel and renewable energy resource, if we continue to do it, we can just lift off the burden of this whole energy crisis and pressures. I got a lot of emails with people doing those fields from all over the world who are contacting me. This is good, this is great, we should do something. And I got a lot of women in science engineering as well. That are also, I've gotten a couple of emails that are also interested in doing the collaboration as well with the
Are you
research.
considering any of those?
I am highly considering anything. I believe every opportunity is an opportunity well tapped. I don't think about it's just the passion that is moving me now. Probably someone might think I'm stupid to do that because there's no money coming out of it. But when you really want to see something succeed and you watch it and smile, you just go for it. For the ICDD, as I said earlier on, I have now a membership with the ICDD, and trust me, is an international body. If they've given you an approval to use their facilities at any time, anywhere, it's a great honor. It's an award of excellence for a student to work in such field. So I don't need to really bother my head about finding characterization tools. I can just write, hey, ICDD, I want to do this in your lab. Can I do that? And they are fully going to fund that as well. So with the ChemCACOM, they also gave me a cash prize, but I can use it for purchase of journals that will help in my work. They also gave me a lot of collaboration and alliance with people from the Royal Society who are doing well in that project as well. I tried. I said, I've been doing this for 3 years. I remember sitting in a bus at night to Kumasi. If my mommy is listening, she would just kill me. She didn't know I was going. And I went with my school daughter. She's called Ikea. She moved me, and we went to departments in Kumasi to look for that material. I remember contacting people in UDS. I was just sending mails all around. I'm like, hey, I am a material science engineer. I need this. Can you be of any help? And we pushed. And Dr. Johnson, Efavi also pushed all angles. Everybody was pushing. At a point, we felt like at the very last minute, I forgot, 1 month to my thesis submission, we just had to change the topic. It's like, this is not going to work. Then, hey, there was this lecturer, Dr. Doka, so Said Safo, Dr. Mary Chama. She was coming from the UK. She said, I got you this stuff. Is that what you said you wanted? I'm like, yeah. Then we started working in the labs. Sleepless nights in labs. I have pictures I can show you. It's not a lie. But I still wanted this to happen, I still wanted this. I was passionate at that time about the projects too much. I didn't want to shove it down the shelf. Yeah. So it wasn't a one-time thing. It's a try and fail. You fail. At that time, we had the Doomsaw stuff. So lights were going on. I needed to do my materials 24 hours. At 21st hour, then the lights would go off. The thing has really, I have to start all over again. So I was studying the ECG timetable to see which time we have all over again and still do it anyways to get that stuff I want to. So trust me, it's not going to be one time. If you're a one-time person, trust me, engineering research is patience. Engineering research is skill. Engineering research is trying to find the strategy to build your stuff. So if you really want to do this, you need to be the most patient person ever. And through all my phase in this life, I would like to thank my parents. I would like to thank my dad, Mr. Luke. I'd like to thank my mom, Winifred. I'd like to thank all the Department of Material Science and Engineering lecturers, Dr. Johnson, Kwame Ifafi, Dr. Ejetifo, Dr. Yankson, Dr. Dodu, and the African Material Science Research Society as well for pushing me, all my classmates, and everybody, my friends, my family. You guys have been of great support, and I'm very, very appreciative. And with the skills that I'm doing as well, I'm also into reading initiatives in junior high schools. So I've got a book that I have done. It's titled The Dawn and the Morning Dew. I'm sure a lot of people have seen it in your primary schools. So if you want to increase reading in kids, trying to make them answer questions based on the reading that they read, so you can get the book as well.